Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be doing a commentary / analysis on the first episode of Miraculous Ladybug Season 4, which was called Truth. I'm about to spoil the whole thing for you, so please check the description box for places where you can watch the episode if you haven't done so already. I'll monitor the links for the next couple of weeks to make sure they are working, but eventually no links will work and it won't be anywhere online that you can find legally anyway, so eventually there'll be no working links and you'll be able to find it on Disney Plus or Netflix, I'm assuming, at some point in the future. But I'm going to spoil this whole thing for you, so this is your last chance. However, just before you go and watch it, reminder that tomorrow the Shanghai Special is on at 8:45 local time in France. So I'm not sure what time that is everywhere, but GMT in British time where I live, that's going to be 7:45. But that only applies to very few countries, so the entirety of the UK, Iceland, and something like 3 African countries. So I don't think that's going to apply to many people watching this, but it's going to be on tomorrow, and I think you need to sign up for an account on TF1, which is like the network who's airing it, but it's free to sign up. You just need an email address and French postcode, and assuming you don't live in France you won't have a French postcode. Me neither, but now TF1 thinks I actually live at a H&M branch in France. So just pick a random shop, H&M, Starbucks, McDonald's, Sephora, they have shops like that in France, so go on Google Maps and find one and steal their postcode. That's what I would advise you to do. So overall, I'm going to give this episode, if you just want my quick opinion, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was a really strong season opener if we compare it to Stormy Weather and Chameleon. I don't think The Collector, even though season 2, I think if we compare season 1, 2 and 3 together, I feel like season 2 overall was the best, but the season 2 opener wasn't that strong in comparison to Stormy Weather and Chameleon, and now to Truth. I thought it was a really strong episode to start with, and I did like it. However, I didn't enjoy it that much, and I guess that was really because of my own fault. I guess because I'm kind of like doing this Miraculous channel now, which by the way, thank you for all the support on. It's been literally insane. To be honest, I'm nearly on like 350 subscribers, and I was on 100 subscribers a month ago. Like, that's just insane to me, essentially. I just literally can't believe it when I wake up each morning and see how many more subscribers I've got. It's so odd. But anyway, since I'm doing this now, I'm obviously making videos and all the trailers that come out and all the screenshots that come out, so I'm obviously spoiling everything for me. But they released so much for Truth that I'd pretty much already worked out the entire plot of the episode, and what I had in my head and what I'd voiced on YouTube. I think I was pretty much right about everything. There were probably a few things I got wrong, but just general overall, I'm pretty sure I was correct. And again, the same with Lies, which is going to be the next episode. I'm pretty sure I've got most of the plot for that down as well, which isn't that great. It does kind of hamper your enjoyment when you already know what's going to happen when you go into watching it. But yeah, so I didn't enjoy it all that much, but I did think it was a really strong episode. So to start off with, let's join Daddy Aggressed in his lair with his fancy schmancy ingredients repairing the miraculous. Now, he obviously, because of the person he is, would have had the money to pay for some of those ingredients, stuff like molten gold, and I'm pretty sure he probably had some like asteroid dust in there, something insane like that. So he obviously has the money to pay for it and has had the money for that for quite a while, seemingly. However, what I'm questioning is why he didn't repair it before. So he's had the book, which I always forget the name of. He's had that book for years by the sounds of it, and it also seems like he knows how to read it, because in order to know what these ingredients are, you need to be able to read the book. So he's known for quite a while how to read it and then how to repair it. So why has he waited this long to do it? I don't really understand. The only explanation I can think of is that before he didn't really have a need to repair it, but now Natalie has got hurt, he was like, I have to repair it now. My Gabe Nath agenda, always looking for something. That's the reason I'm telling myself to excuse this little plot hole, because he's been able to read it for quite some time and been able to afford these ingredients to repair it too. So why has he waited until now to be able to get this extra power? I'm unsure about that. Now let's go to the scene of Marinette in her bedroom with Tiki and the miracle box, and oh my god, Tiki, I love her. She literally does not care in the slightest. Marinette's like, I'm not sure how the miracle box works, and Tiki's just minding her own business, trying on little hats that Marinette's made for her, which were adorable by the way, especially the one with fruit on, looking in the powder compact, just admiring how she looked. She could not care in the slightest, she was just living her best life. I love Tiki so much. She was hilarious. However, I do again want to question something. So in Furious Fu, Soohan tells Marinette that she's not the proper guardian because the miracle box isn't in its proper form. However, Tiki says in this episode that the miracle box is a reflection of the guardian. So the miracle box is not the same that Master Fu had, because Marinette and Master Fu are obviously very different people. So it shouldn't be the same. So surely this is its proper form, but the proper form for Marinette, so why does Soohan say that? I was a bit confused there. Another interesting thing to note about this scene is when the Kwamis all come out and they're looking at the computer, and before we get to the Skype call with Alia and everyone else, we get to see Nadia on the news. And she's talking about how it's going to be Prince Ali's birthday soon, and also later on in the episode we also hear about Jagged Stone is writing, rehearsing, whatever, a song for Prince Ali's birthday as well. Now, who is a character we all know is friends with Prince Ali? Lila. Now, I don't think, please correct me if I'm wrong if you have seen anything, but I personally have not seen any screenshots of Lila in any of these teasers yet. A lot of people have told me in the comments that she's confirmed to be in this season, which I believe because like she's like literally the best villain in the show. I love her so much. I really like her being in there. Like I dislike her because I don't like her, you know, she's a liar and stuff, she's not very nice, but I really like her character. She's a really strong character. So I am assuming she's in it because I'm assuming she's going to be the next Hawkmoth that was mentioned in Time Tagger in season 3, and I'm assuming we're gonna see her soon. So next episode I believe is going to be Lies, and then I think it's Gang of Secrets, and then obviously episode 6 is Master Fu. So episodes 4 and 5, I believe we don't know what they're called yet or really anything about them, because I think Queen Banana is episode 8, and then I think the episode called Gabriel Aggressed is even later on than Queen Banana. So we've still got some room to play for because it said his birthday is soon. So if it's not in the next 2 episodes, surely it's going to be in episode 4 or 5. I don't know. Now let's talk about Luca and Marinette. First of all, if she mixes your name up with someone else's, repeatedly, not just once. Once is a mistake. 2 times, a bit more of a mistake because Marinette's clumsy. I would give her the benefit of the doubt. But when you are repeatedly calling your boyfriend the name of someone else, surely that communicates to him it's not you I have feelings for. Second of all, I know Marinette didn't actually send the picture, but like, that shows Luca the inside of her bedroom, and also Luca sees the inside of her bedroom at the end of the episode when he's in there. So if that just doesn't communicate to him that this girl doesn't like him, then I don't know what does really. Now, the near kiss in the cinema, I did feel the build-up was kind of cringy. It's a bit embarrassing. However, I do appreciate that he asked for consent. We're all about consent. I liked that about it. It was just cringy and I was glad it didn't happen, if I'm honest. However, I just have to question, why was she even gonna kiss him anyway? Because she knows she loves Adrian. She said it in the New York special. Is she just forgetting about what happened in New York? She said it. Why would you go around kissing other guys when you know you like this other guy? Surely it's better to be single and like Adrian rather than go out with someone else that you don't like that. I genuinely do not understand. So now let's move on to the boat, and unfortunately Kagami was on the boat. However, fortunately she literally did not move a muscle, a single muscle. She was completely still. So thank you to the animator who put no effort into it. Like, I know animating is really hard, apparently. I don't really know a great deal about it, but that's what I've heard. So thank you for putting in absolutely zero effort to animating her, because it made the episode so much better. She was there, she said nothing, she didn't do anything, she didn't move. Perfection. Now after the boat scene, Luca takes Marinette off and he just wants to know, he's very nice about it, he just wants to know what she's hiding from him. And he just tells her, like, I won't be jealous if you're still in love with Adrian. Like, well, you should be jealous because don't you have feelings for Marinette? If the person I was dating told me they had feelings for someone else, I'd be kind of upset they were going out with me in the first place, but I would also, yeah, I'd be jealous. Why wouldn't you be jealous? However, when she is talking to him, she doesn't actually at any point deny that she is in love with Adrian. She tells him that she can't tell him the truth, but she doesn't say, no, I'm not in love with Adrian. She doesn't negate his worry in that area. So to me that's just like another sign like, hey, your girlfriend is in love with somebody else, why are you dating her? Also, and let's just skip to the end of the episode for a second, Marinette and Luca do break up, which I was kind of happy about in a sad way, because whilst I thought they were good together, I don't really see them as boyfriend and girlfriend. I do kind of see them more as siblings. I do feel like they're always going to care about each other and that they would protect each other and help each other, but they're just not meant to date each other. That's not for them. So I like them together, just not together in that sense. But it's just absolutely baffling to me when he says at the end of the episode when they break up, like, I'll wait for you, I'll be here for you if you change your mind. Like, no, don't wait for her. Like, no, don't do it. Alia, Milen, presumably Julika, because we didn't actually hear what she says, and Tom as well, Marinette's own dad, all told you she's in love with Adrian, and your response to that was, that's not a secret. So you already knew. So why? Why? Why are you dating her, and why are you gonna wait for her? Don't wait for her, she's not in love with you. Just don't, you're just gonna hurt yourself even more when they eventually start going out with each other. Because in the show, Adrianette, sorry to tell you if you don't like them together, is gonna be endgame, I'm pretty sure, pretty certain of that. So like, just why? Don't wait around for her. Please, as hard as it is, because it's not a very pleasant thing to do, but it's better, it's in his best interests for him to get over her, not to stay wondering if she'll ever like him back. Because she won't. Like, Adrian is literally her soulmate. They have the yin and yang kwamis, creation and destruction. They are the literal opposites from each other, and they are literally meant to be together. Don't wait around for her. However, the secret aspect does bring me onto something else I want to quickly talk about, is that when Luca was akumatized and asking people like, what's her secret? They're like, she's in love with Adrian, and she's like, no, there must be another secret. That's not the reason why she's so busy all the time. And he is correct, that is not the reason why she's busy all the time. So now he knows that for certain. Is he going to do anything about that? Is he going to investigate further? And honestly, I'm not sure, because Luca also does say in this episode when he's being akumatized that the truth shouldn't be like taken from people forcefully. It should be, you know, told to people honestly. It shouldn't be something people feel like they have to tell people. So I don't think he will do anything with it, but like Luca like could possibly have the potential to find out that Marinette is Ladybug. Maybe Luca will find out first. No, I don't think Luca will actually, because then I'll be like, oh, okay, that's the reason you're busy. I'm fine with that. So let's move on to Jagged Stone. I really like the idea of him being Luca's dad, and I do kind of see the resemblance now. I think that was a really cool idea actually. However, I do feel like it may have been better for Jagged Stone to have never known in the first place, and for him to also have just found out in this episode as well, because it does kind of make him seem like he's a lame character, to be honest. It just kind of sounds like he never even really cared in the first place, so I think I would have rather he didn't ever know. However, is he also Julika's dad? Because Julika doesn't really bear that much resemblance to Jagged. Julika looks very like her mum, and Luca looks more so like Jagged. So I'm wondering if Julika is Jagged or not. I'm not quite sure. It wasn't actually stated in the episode if she was either, so I don't know. However, I would just love to see some more family scenes between Luca and Julika. Like, they're brother and sister, and whilst we see them all the time together in scenes, I don't think they've ever actually spoken once to each other. I'd like to see some sibling interaction, because there aren't a great deal of siblings in the show. The only siblings we've actually really seen interact are Alia and all of her sisters. No one else really interacts with each other in the show with the rest of their family, to be honest. So I'd really like to see some sibling interaction between Luca and Julika. Now, can I just say, I was 100% right. I don't usually say like, oh, I told you so, but one of the screenshots showed Ladybug and Chat Noir with a light shining on them, and I was like, I'm not sure if it's actually them, because Chat Noir, especially Chat Noir, his hair was kind of wild, and one of his legs was extremely out of proportion, so I was like, that's not them. I wasn't sure what it was, but it's not them. And as soon as Marinette and Luca walked into that cinema and I saw those Ladybug and Chat Noir standees, I knew immediately that the light would be shining on them afterwards. I just knew, and I was like, yes, I was correct. I was so happy. Also with Ladybug and Chat Noir, when the Akuma attack is over, Chat Noir says to Ladybug he has the most fun with her. Not with Kagami, he has the most fun with Ladybug, the girl he's actually in love with, not Kagami. Why can't people just realise in the show who they actually have feelings for? Because it's literally getting beyond a joke at this point. Like, just open your eyes, guys. Seriously, it's getting kind of frustrating at this point. Next up is Plag. So we found out in Style Queen that he wiped out the dinosaurs. We found out in Furious Fu that he also hurt the dragons. And we also found out in this episode that he wiped out Atlantis. When is someone going to step up and take charge of this Kwame? Are there no, like, Kwame police? Like, what is this? Someone needs to take charge of this Kwame. And honestly, I don't think Adrian's the right person, because Adrian, like Nino says in the New York special, is like a baby bird. He doesn't know what he's doing either. Now we're moving to the ending of the episode, and it was very sad, but I think Marinette's made the right decision that for now she can't have a boyfriend because of all of her responsibilities. She just doesn't have time for one. And I feel like maybe in the next episode, if we see her bedroom, all the photos might be down. I'm not sure. They're definitely not up in Furious Fu, but they are up in this. And I can't quite remember. I'll have to go back and have a look at the trailers we've seen for Gang of Secrets. Is it even called Gang of Secrets? The one where Alia, Milen, Alex, Julika and Rose all get akumatized. They're all in Marinette's room. So my memory is saying there are no pictures of Adrian up, but I can't quite recall it right now. I will put the screenshot up. However, if the pictures aren't up in that episode, I would assume at the end of this episode she decides to take them down, because she's like, I can't be with Luca, and even if Adrian was single and interested in me, I couldn't be with him either, which is something really, really sad, I guess, not having time for a boyfriend. I understand you completely, Marinette. I don't have time for a boyfriend either. I understand, don't worry. It's not very nice, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And she was very sad about it, to be honest. It did seem like she did genuinely care for Luca, and she was sad about hurting him, but she didn't love him anyway, so yeah, it was probably better in the long run. But it was still really sad to see, since Marinette does work really hard, and I think she's lovely. Now, the final thing we have to talk about is the Lucky Charm, and I had said in another video, I think when I was talking about Ladybug's suit, I did a whole video on it. I talked about how in this episode she's going to break up with Luca. It's going to also be like another huge overwhelming thing if she gets this new suit that changes when she does the Lucky Charm, and it didn't happen in this episode, which I was glad about, because like I said, she would have been overwhelmed. If this happened to me, I would have had a panic attack on the spot. Like, drop it, don't care about a Akuma attack. I would get down on the floor and curl into a ball and start weeping, because I wouldn't be dealing with all of this properly. So I'm glad she didn't get the new suit in this episode, because it would have been too much information. On top of Luca finding out that Jagged Stone is his dad, it would have been just too much. So I'm just wondering, when does it first happen? Because it is also looking like in Lies that Kagami is going to break up with Adrian, or vice versa, and Gang of Secrets looks like it's going to hold a lot of weight as well, since it's going to seem that all of Marinette's friends are falling out with her, which actually brings Lila back into this again. Marinette's been lying to Luca and to all 5 of her, like, closest girlfriends, and if Lila comes back and finds out that Marinette's been lying, it's going to look like Marinette's been lying about Lila, which everyone already kind of partially believes. And if Kagami starts telling people that Adrian is also lying to them, it's going to isolate Adrian and Marinette from all of their classmates. However, will ultimately bring Adrian and Marinette together. I don't know why I'm moving my hands like this as if I have them all on a board in front of me. That would be cool, but I don't. I'm just imagining in my head. So for their relationship, I guess it could kind of be good in the long run. I guess, I don't know. It seems a bit cruel. However, if I'm kind of right about the next 2 episodes, it does seem that Marinette might get a bit overwhelmed if she randomly gets this Lucky Charm suit. So what is going to be the actual reason why she gets this new suit? I just assumed it was because she's the Guardian now, but that obviously doesn't seem to be the case, since she was the Guardian in the New York special, even though she hadn't opened the box yet, and she was the Guardian in this episode as well. So not sure what's going on there. So in conclusion, I would like a box full of my own Kwamis to hug me when I get upset. I cry all the time. I actually cry about 3 times a day. I actually cried 5 times yesterday. I just get extremely upset over literally the tiniest thing, so upset. However, even though I cried right before going to bed, I woke up so excited. It was like Christmas. I woke up at 5:30 to get ready for a TV show at 7:10 because my brain just apparently doesn't have a proper sleep schedule anymore. It's just, she does not know it. She doesn't know what's going on. I'm fine, don't worry about me. I will literally cry about anything and everything. I'm fine. So like I said, overall 9 out of 10 for the episode. Didn't enjoy it that much just because I already knew it was going to happen, but I thought it was a great episode. MVP of the episode was Luca. He was amazing, the way he was written, the way he was animated, just everything about him was so good this episode. But honourable mention for Tiki for not caring in the slightest about what Marinette was doing. She was just like, does this hat suit me? She was hilarious. I love Tiki. And line of the episode was when Ladybug got hit with Luca's thing and she said, I am, and then Shatner dove in and said, a very good swimmer. That was hilarious. So I'd love to know what you thought of the episode. Final reminder, the Shanghai Special is on tomorrow morning. And yeah, let me know what you thought of the episode and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!